Okay, we are on the road. Just stopped for gas. It is bright and early in the morning. It is 6:26. So, hitting the road, leaving Bend now, and we are headed up to Yakima, Washington to fish the Yakima River in the Yakima Canyon. So we've got a crew of 3 for this trip. Myself, Luno's founder and CEO, Peter, and then Zach, who was in the last episode of Office Break, who is our Chief Marketing Officer. So, goal of the trip, hopefully get into some fish. Since if you saw our previous episode, we tried to go fishing on the Oregon coast and got skunked for attempting to catch one of the elusive coastal steelhead. So this time we're going after trout in the Yakima River, and I think we're gonna have a little bit better luck. This is a little bit more of the fishing that we're all used to, so come along for the journey. We've got a 4-hour drive, maybe a little bit more, up to the Yakima, and we're gonna meet up with Zach there. He's driving over from Idaho, so we'll see you there, taking you along for the journey. Let's go get into it. Cold was nice. We got a cut down the middle. Could go down well. Look at that. 3 meat. Chuck. It's got like half browns in it. Alright, that's pretty good.
Office Break Part 2. Let's get it.
If you like this series, Office Break, and everything that we're doing over here, we're going to be posting a lot more of this type of content, taking you along on the trips that we go on as the Luno crew. We're going to be mixing in all kinds of variety, whether it be mountain biking, paragliding is a concept that might be coming up too, fishing, surfing, all of the above. We're going to get all the Luno team members out on these trips and document it for you. But I wanted to say before we get too far into it that we are going to be doing a giveaway. So you can win an entire bundle of Luno gear that includes mattress, accessories, pillow, screens. Basically, we're going to be giving away a whole bundle to one of our subscribers. So if you're not already subscribed, make sure to hit that button below, and we're going to be giving that away. And so make sure to enter that by just hitting subscribe below. One lucky subscriber is going to win a whole entire Luno package to outfit your rig, so you can do some of the fun trips and make some road trips happen for yourself. So subscribe below, like the video if you like what we're doing. We're gonna keep it up, keep the momentum rolling, and roll out some fun content all summer, actually all year long. So let's go get into it. No, we could do a shuttle situation. Yeah. Drop off the car.
Let's go.
Drive up.
Man, I'm just gonna drag a line and see what I get.
All right, what's the go-to channel on here?
Whatever you want. What do you already have on there? I'll change mine to it.
For some reason, I have 1538.
Oh yeah, that was mine from last time.
Oh, nice. Works out.
Sharon, are you there?
Ready to rock.
We're ready. Ready to rock.
Let's go. What happens if we don't catch a fish today?
Well, that means the drinks we enjoy later are either victory drinks or consolation drinks. Just changes the name of it. Otherwise, we're still out here to camp and have a good time, And you don't need to catch fish necessarily to do that.
But, well, that's why they call it fishing, right?
Yep, fishing and not catching.
Yeah.
As cheesy as it is.
We're catching this.
We're catching today.
We're definitely catching.
Peter's claiming it. Per the recommendation from Red's Fly Shop, shout out Red's, they said that I should try swinging something like this. So I have a 12.5 foot rod, which is a watt, but it's really windy out, so I think it's a good strategy. It helps like cut through the wind, and you can really send it across these bigger rivers. The only thing is the sensation on it, like if you get into a fish, isn't quite as playful as a smaller rod, but I think in terms of presentation and being able to get it where I want it, I think this is the rod of choice today. But yeah, it's a different strategy. I think a lot of people come to the Yakima for some of its hatches and for top water stuff, which I would love to try and do, and I think Landon's going to do it, but I don't know, with this wind, it's just a little bit harder to get a good presentation in, and I already had this set up, so we're going to give it a shot.
When you're going for a fly selection, the biggest two factors are the size of it. The size of the fly, you're trying to match at least the same size as the ones that you're seeing flying around, and then the same overall shape. So there's a couple different like patterns, you could call it, of flies. Mainly size is the big one. Fish are really keen to picking out sizes of bugs, and that's kind of how they identify them when they're landing on the water and floating there. And so size is kind of the biggest factor when picking out a fly. Yeah.
It looks like it does.
Yeah.
The Yakima River stretches about 214 miles, flowing southeast from the Cascade Mountains through arid valleys before meeting the Columbia River. It carves a lifeline through central Washington.
Yeah, especially one that's as long as yours.
Today, it's Washington's only designated blue ribbon trout stream. A title reserved for rivers that offer not only world-class fishing, but thriving ecosystems and public access. For fly anglers, it's the kind of river that asks you to slow down, to read water like language. Out here, the measure of success isn't always how many fish you catch, but how fully you show up.
Zach, what technique are you using right now?
So when you're fishing, there's a variety of techniques. This one here is called spay casting, and I'm swinging for the fish with a streamer. So other techniques might mimic bugs in the water or a bug that just landed on the water. Oh! frick, that was a cleared one. Dang it. Sleeping on the job over here. Man, that was a...
Actually?
Oh yeah, that was massive. Oh wait, did I speed it so long? Dude, they might have...
It got you.
Broke me off again.
You need to learn your knots better.
Dude, tell me about it. What in the world?
Lots of things.
Lots of big things to choose from in here. This was kind of like this one. Out here. Nice. That's a fish. Did it? Mission completion.
Small fish, big rod.
I can barely feel it. Absolutely gorgeous in this little canyon. A lot of interesting geography and beautiful rolling hills. It's a place that takes you back in time a little bit. We got Landon up here. Looks like he's switching up his technique, and Peter is just downriver. But yeah, caught my second fish and lost my third fly. What you got there?
I was working the rapids down there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, nice. Pretty big, right? Mm-hmm. Good size. Dang, nice. But I kept being like, there's gotta be something in there. And then I had I probably lost like 3 or 4 flies on the way down there.
Yeah.
I think that's twice now that I fell in the river and flooded my waders. These rocks are super jagged and slippery. What do you think about that, Landon? I had the opposite day. I've caught one little one that big. I had one big one break me off, and then a couple dry fly eats that missed my fly. So just bad luck today.
Actually so pretty in here. So I think we should run to the grocery store real quick and then head up to our camp spot for the night. It should be just about a 2-hour drive. So we'll grab some fuel, grab some food, and go up there and get set up before sunset. Should be perfect timing.
But we are now headed up to the top of the ridge. It's a very secret ridge somewhere in the state of Washington, above a river. And so, first time out here, we found it on the map and thought it would be a cool place to go camp for the night. So we're headed up on this gravel road to the top, and we'll see what's in store waiting for us when we get there.
We can make it on our own. Pick the colors from the sky. When the ship sails
is crazy.
So good.
It just keeps going up.
I know.
In a supernova of love.
This is insane. I've definitely done a lot of drives in my life. Yeah, I've driven over a lot of big mountains, driven over the highest road in America. I've actually ridden a motorcycle over the highest road in the world. But this view and this road is one of the most scenic roads I have ever been on. As we climb up this mountain, it kind of zigzags back and forth. Wildflowers everywhere. If you look down below, you can see a really beautiful crag, and then off in the distance, Mount Adams. There's a reservoir down there and a beautiful little river. But yeah, this is one of the most beautiful roads I've ever driven. Can't wait to get to our camp spot. It's gonna be all time.
The Cascades rise like fortress between eastern sun and coastal rain, and Mount Adams is one of their sleeping giants. Off in the distance, towering above the haze, is Mount Rainier, the highest peak in Washington and the most glaciated mountain in the lower 48. At over 14,400 feet, is not just a landmark. Rainier is an active stratovolcano formed by layers of lava, ash, and rock over hundreds of thousands of years.
The walk of shame right now. What happened?
Drone died, so it emergency landed. And it was a lot farther back than I thought it was. Should've just drove. That was insane.
These mountains are born from subduction, the slow motion crash of tectonic plates deep beneath our feet. That collision fuels volcanoes, builds peaks, and creates landscapes that feel raw and ancient all at once.
this the spot?
Yeah, this is the spot.
What a zone.
Our next spot is this special ridge line, cresting around 6,000 feet, just where the basalt cliffs give way to open meadows. And Mount Adams is one of their sleeping giants. At over 12,000 feet, it's Washington's second highest peak, massive, remote, and often overlooked in favor of flashier neighbors like Rainier or Hood. But that's its charm. It stands a little apart, a little quieter, just like the corner of the range.
Yep.
But I'm doing the full bed tonight. Setting up both halves. I've got the fitted comforter here too. And I already got the string lights going. I always have those installed, so they just stay up all the time. So that way when I roll into camp, just plug them in, turn them on.
What's your setup? Like, how do you charge while you're camping?
Yeah, so I run this Goal Zero Yeti 500. It's nice. It has all the new USB-C ports and everything on it. It can last me usually through like a whole weekend of charging drone batteries, camera batteries, phone battery overnight, running my Luno fan on it. Occasionally, if I'm working on the road too, it can get a couple charges out of my laptop as well. But yeah, it's basically got everything I need. This is an absolutely gorgeous spot, just in time for sunset. and we're gonna set up camp, get everything all squared away, make some dinner, and we've got some fun dinner planned. Steak, I guess like vegetables, kind of. Sweet potatoes, black beans, all sorts of yummy stuff. But check out just 360, the view. Absolutely insane. Look at the clouds rolling in too. But yeah, we're up in Washington at an undisclosed location. Did some legwork, did some investigating on the internet, scrolling around Google Maps to find this spot, and then made it up here, and it was well worth it. So, stark contrast from where we started the day in the deserty canyon of the Yakima River, and now nearby in what feels like true Washington fashion, looking over at the eastern side of the Cascades. So we're gonna settle in for camp, and we're gonna enjoy what the rest of the evening has to hold for us. So yeah, let's go. We got camp kitchen getting set up right here right now. Peter's clearing out all of his looks like fly fishing gear, so that way he can set up his Luno mattress in the back of the Landcruiser. The Landcruiser, he has a BAM bed here set up. That just basically levels out the sleeping platform under there, and you get a little bit of storage underneath, which Peter probably will slide his rods under and keep those stowed away under there. But yeah, making bed. Window screens. Peter, what are those? We got the large size window screens going on the Landcruiser. The rear, first time fitting them on. Seeing how they fit. Nice. And why would you want window screens? So we got the window screens going on so we can get some airflow at night, get a nice tent-like experience. But we want to keep the bugs out, and then when that sun rises in the morning, we keep it out just so we can have some shut-eye. They fold just nicely like that.
All right, Landon, out of all the spots you've been to,
This has to be one of the top, for sure. In terms of options too, looks like there's a couple other spots of pull-offs that could fill up with people, but it's kind of hard to get to. Not super close to anything out here, so that makes it really nice. Not a ton of crowds. We saw a few vehicles on the way up, but this is definitely one of the top spots, especially in the PNW.
top 3,
Top 3, I think so.
top
Yeah.
2.
Maybe. Definitely top 5 for sure. I have to go through my mental bank to. There's some good ones over by Mount Hood. There's some good ones where you with College too. Yeah.
Some good ones, but this is like great. What do you think, Peter? I mean, you've traveled the world. You've slept at a lot of camp spots. What are you giving this one?
I'll give it a, what are we rating it?
Just on a top, on your top 10, top 5, top 3,
Top 2.
top 2. That's what I said too.
Top 2. I would say I have only one other spot in mind that could top this, but I think I was able to visit that location more than once, so I caught it on some really good evenings. But I would say this one's pretty perfect.
I think, yeah, one thing that makes this one special is there are other scenic camp spots for sure, but in terms of accessibility, to be able to just drive up here and back up, kind of like get this view, dude.
That's crazy.
Got my hair.
Peter, thank you for moving. You are. You're getting it done right now.
Got all my hair. It went right over.
Pull up a
episodes back. We teased this one. We had a few prototypes that we were out testing, different colors, different designs, different constructions, but this is the final one. So it's got a puffy material, kind of like a puffy jacket on the outside, super durable, but the secret is that on the back side is this little grippy surface, and on the inside are magnets. So that way, it can stick to your vehicle.
Nice. Love it. I
that
actually
way-
have two of them over here in use. Peter and I both have early model prototypes, but for those at home, check that out. Oh, Landon, your drink's right there.
Beans?
No, your drink's down there. Alright.
Yes.
Okay.
Nice and snug.
Yep. And then what happens?
Boom. Here, you want to see the evolution? Oh, wait. Yeah, you got another prototype too. Well, this was before.
Which one's the V1, V2, V3?
This is V1. Yeah.
Peter's got V1. Mine's like a V2-ish.
For V2. V2. Not as insulated. Yeah. Bottom. Or is that a different one?
Landon's got the final.
That's final.
Yep. Definitely looks more insulated.
We're gonna do some steak bowls. So right now we got the potatoes, sweet potatoes specifically, that are gonna be warming up here soon. We have cilantro, limes, avocado, onions. I may throw some peaches on top as a surprise instead of diced. The art of cooking. We need to.
Oh, you're cooking them whole.
Ooh, just picked up somehow.
First one here. You went for legit full steaks.
Green chilies. Little lime juice. Tag the Luno.
Oh,
perfect.
yeah.
You guys like it a little rare?
Yeah.
It's like
You guys have utensils?
No, I wasn't expecting to be enjoying a gourmet meal. I was gonna do chicken strips.
What did he ask?
We had utensils.
Oh. I have a fork. Actually, I usually keep an extra one.
That drizzle. The crema. The crema. Here you go. You want a little garnish on top just to make it look nice?
There you go.
So tonight we did a little bit of like a taco, not even a taco, but a steak bowl with sweet potatoes, black beans, avocado, tomato, cilantro, lime, tortilla, Mexican crema, some rice. We have a lot of options and toppings. Some peaches that we cut up. But
But yeah, looks delicious, nice, fresh, healthy, and very filling. But we've got a ton of food for the 3 of us, so we need to get eating. Cheers.
What are you getting? What notes are you finding in there?
Getting a little, we got some taco seasoning, so it got a little bit of spice coming. We got the cotija cheese, so it's a nice kind of balance with the dairy in there. And then we've also got some sweet potatoes, so there's a little bit of sweetness in that, which balances nicely with the spices and everything. And then we've got the warm, nice, gooey black beans in the bottom that we actually added some hatch green chilies to. That's really delicious. And then you can kind of grab some tomato and avocado for a nice, refreshing palate cleanser in between the bites.
Jeez, what are we gonna call this one? I mean, this is kind of freestyle.
Yeah,
but pretty
steak bowl. It's not fajitas. It's not a taco bowl.
No, it's a Luno bowl.
But it's got a lot of those types of ingredients in it.
I definitely need to eat now. What do you think, Chef?
This is so good.
It actually tastes like how beer smells. Yeah. It's like fragrance.
Mornings at camp start slow. Watching the fog move and wildlife waking up.
Yep, this one is the Camper's Blend. Yeah, so when I'm camping, it's usually just a quick instant coffee, and we actually made this one in collaboration with Doma. Pairs really well with camping. It's got some notes of chocolate and caramel, and is just a really easy way to start the day.
The Camp Cafe.
Camp Cafe, just boiled up some water. Gonna get Landon dialed with some coffee to start the day.
Plus, all the packaging is recyclable and or compostable, which is good. I have my name on my leg, so I know it's mine.
Oh man, that's so cool. Yeah. Enjoy.
How'd you sleep? Like a king. I was honestly probably the most comfortable sleep I've had in
quite a long time. It's also really tired.
You fished hard yesterday.
That's
Tough work
Fight.
swinging around the big rod.
fighting them fish. Gives me a good night's rest. But I actually slept really well. It's good.
One of my favorite camp items, binoculars. These ones are from a brand called Knox, but got these as a gift. It's one of those things where I probably wouldn't have bought for myself, but now that I have them, I absolutely love them. Because when you're in a spot like this, you can just sit down and look at things. And Zach has a pair too. He's looking through his. We're just kind of taking in the view, but great for like surfing, scoping out ski zones, looking at stretches of water. They're really fun to have.
You were just talking about that.
Yep. Zach asked earlier if we'd see any wildlife, and I was like, I don't think there's any bears around here, but I would love to see the white billy goats that hang out in the Cascades. And sure enough, like 10 minutes later, an entire, I don't know what they're called, a herd? Group? What's a group of goats called? I think there's a funny name for it. But they just wandered right below our camp, babies and all, because it's early in the summer, so really cute. Got to see them. I don't know where they went though. Aren't baby goats called kids? Kid. Like, I'm pretty sure. Hey Siri, what is a baby goat called? Yeah, kid.
Landon pulling out all the facts today.
Baby goat is called a kid.
Good camp breakfasts don't need to be gourmet, something warm, something fresh. Today's breakfast is a humble one. Just a bowl, a spoon, and a few ingredients that carry well. Pack small and play well together. In just 24 hours, the world feels different. Not because it changed, but because we slowed down enough to notice it. Out here, the conversation shifts. It's not about deadlines, metrics, or what's next. It's about shared meals, miscasts, and that kind of silence that only exists between people who trust each other. We came out here as coworkers, but we leave with a better understanding of who we are when we're not in meetings or chasing goals. And that's the point. That even in a packed week, there's a space for something different. A breath. A reset. A chance to see people you work with as more than just their roles. And to see yourself the same way.